Success doesn't show up at the doorstep of the lazy. It doesn't reward the indifferent. It belongs to those who make a decision every single day to rise, to work, and to push forward, no matter how they feel. The diligent wake up before the sun and stay focused long after others have given up. They don't wait for motivation. They create momentum. They understand that success is not an event. It's a process, and that process is built on consistent effort, on showing up when others make excuses, on doing the hard things that most people avoid. Diligence is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. It is the habit of pushing forward when progress feels slow, when obstacles seem too great, when failure whispers, "Quit." The diligent refuse to listen. They don't get distracted by temporary discomfort because they are committed to long-term results. Opportunities don't seek people out. They respond to effort. The more you invest in your work, the more life returns the favor. While the undisciplined wait for luck, the diligent create their own. They sharpen their skills, improve their craft, and become so good that opportunities have no choice but to find them. The diligent understand that every day is a seed. Every action they take is planting something for their future. And just like a farmer who consistently tends to his fields, waters his crops, and removes the weeds, success comes to those who stay the course. Diligence doesn't just separate winners from losers. It determines who writes the rules of the game. The world doesn't hand rewards to those who put in the least effort. It elevates those who refuse to settle for mediocrity. The road to failure is paved with good intentions. Every day, millions of people wake up with plans, dreams, and ideas. Yet only a small percentage ever take the steps to turn those thoughts into reality. Why? Because intentions are easy. They require no effort, no sacrifice, no risk. Action, on the other hand, demands commitment, discipline, and the willingness to move forward despite uncertainty. The marketplace doesn't pay for what you meant to do, it pays for what you actually do. No one gets promoted because they thought about working harder. No one builds a successful business because they planned to start someday. No one gets in shape by simply intending to exercise. Results come from action, consistent, deliberate, and persistent action. The world does not owe rewards to those who sit on the sidelines, analyzing, hesitating, or waiting for the perfect moment. It rewards those who step onto the field, take risks, and move forward, even when they don't have all the answers. Action is the great separator between those who watch life happen and those who make life happen. Fear often disguises itself as logic, convincing people that they need more time, more knowledge, more resources before they begin. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect conditions is just another excuse. The most successful people aren't the ones who had everything figured out before they started. They're the ones who started before they had everything figured out. Every moment spent hesitating is a moment lost. While one person is still thinking about writing a book, someone else is already on their third chapter. While one person is debating whether to start a business, another is making their first sale. The world moves forward at the speed of action, and those who refuse to move with it are left behind. Ideas are everywhere, but execution is rare. The greatest visions, the most brilliant inventions, and the most life-changing discoveries never see the light of day because they remain trapped in the minds of those who never act. The difference between success and regret is simple. One person did, and the other didn't. Money is a byproduct of work, but the real reward is in who you become through the process. Work is more than just a means to earn a living. It is a refining fire, shaping your discipline, strengthening your resolve, and revealing your true potential. A person who works hard develops qualities that no amount of money can buy. Persistence, resilience, patience. These are the traits forged in the struggle, in the long hours, in the effort that no one sees. Work teaches responsibility, the ability to commit to something bigger than momentary comfort. It forces you to push beyond your limits, to master skills, to overcome frustration, and to see the value in effort rather than immediate results. When you commit to hard work, you don't just build a career, you build character. You become someone who follows through, who refuses to quit at the first sign of resistance, who understands the weight of responsibility. Work molds your mindset, making you reliable, resourceful, and disciplined. Qualities that will serve you in every area of life, not just your profession. Without work, there is no growth. The person who avoids effort in pursuit of an easy life remains stagnant, never developing the resilience to handle life's inevitable challenges. Work forces you to confront your weaknesses and refine your strength. It teaches you that real success isn't just measured in dollars, but in the transformation that happens along the way. The wealth that work creates can be lost, but the character it builds is permanent. A person of strong character will always find a way to rebuild, to adapt, to create new opportunities. They don't crumble under pressure because they have already been tested in the fires of diligence and perseverance. Excuses are the great thieves of potential. They rob people of success, keep them trapped in mediocrity, and provide a false sense of comfort while life's greatest opportunities pass them by. The person who masters the art of excuses will never master anything else, because every excuse is a step away from growth, a delay in progress, and a barrier to achievement. Excuses sound reasonable, even logical, but they are nothing more than cleverly disguised lies we tell ourselves to justify inaction. I don't have enough time, but others with the same 24 hours are making it work. I don't have enough resources, but some have started with less and built more. I'm not ready yet, but readiness is a result of doing, not waiting. The moment you accept an excuse, you surrender your power to change. Progress belongs to those who refuse to be limited by circumstances. They don't dwell on what they lack, they focus on what they can do with what they have. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect, because they know perfection is an illusion. They take responsibility for their lives, understanding that the only thing standing between where they are and where they want to be is the work they're willing to do. Excuses are comfortable, but they are also costly. They create a life of regret where missed opportunities pile up like unpaid debts. And the most dangerous part? The longer you believe your own excuses, the harder it becomes to break free from them. Every time you give in to an excuse, you strengthen the habit of inaction, and before you know it, days turn into years and potential remains unrealized. The truth is, life will always present challenges, setbacks, and difficulties. But there are only two choices: find a way forward or find an excuse to stay where you are. One leads to progress, the other to stagnation. The question is, which will you choose? Dreams are easy. Anyone can sit back and imagine a better life, a bigger future, or a grand success. But without discipline, those dreams remain just that. Fantasies floating in the mind, never taking shape in the real world. Discipline is the bridge between vision and achievement, the force that turns ideas into action and action into results. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early when the bed is warm and comfortable. It's pushing through the extra hour of work when distractions call your name. It's choosing growth over comfort, progress over procrastination, and purpose over pleasure. While motivation fades, discipline remains. It is the anchor that keeps you moving forward when inspiration runs dry. People admire success, but they rarely see the discipline behind it. They see the musician on stage, but not the endless hours of practice. They see the athlete winning championships, but not the grueling training sessions. They see the entrepreneur thriving, but not the sacrifices made along the way. Success is never a result of luck. It is earned through disciplined effort, repeated consistently over time. The disciplined person understands that greatness is not built in a day, but in the daily commitment to small, consistent actions. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create momentum by showing up, by doing the work, by holding themselves accountable. They understand that every shortcut taken today is a price paid tomorrow, and that discipline, though difficult, always leads to freedom, freedom of choice, freedom of opportunity, and freedom from regret. Without discipline, dreams remain nothing more than wishes, but with it, the impossible becomes possible, and the life you imagine becomes the life you live. Most people spend their lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for more knowledge, waiting for a sign that it's time to begin. But here's the truth. That moment will never come. There will always be a reason to hesitate, always something that feels unfinished, always an excuse to delay. And if you let that feeling of unreadiness stop you, you will stay exactly where you are. Success does not come to those who wait until they feel ready. It comes to those who take action despite their doubts. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Readiness is not something you wait for. It's something you develop by doing. Confidence is not something you magically wake up with. It's something you build through experience. Think about a child learning to walk. They don't wait until they fully understand balance and coordination before taking their first step. They stumble, they fall, they try again. And through that process, they learn. The same principle applies to anything worth achieving in life. You don't need to have everything figured out to start. You just need to start. Most of the people you admire, the ones who built great businesses, created life-changing inventions, or transformed their lives, didn't feel ready when they took their first step. They simply decided that their desire to succeed was stronger than their fear of failing. They understood that growth comes from action, not from endless preparation. The truth is, waiting to feel ready is just another form of procrastination disguised as caution. It's a comfortable lie that keeps you from stepping into your potential, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. The only way to be ready is to begin before you feel ready, to take imperfect action, and to trust that you will learn and adapt along the way. Talent is a gift, but work is a choice. The world is filled with talented people who never reach their potential because they rely too much on their natural abilities and too little on disciplined effort. Meanwhile, those with average talent but relentless work ethic continue to rise, surpassing those who once seemed destined for success. Talent may give you a head start, but hard work determines who crosses the finish line. The athlete with natural speed will still lose to the one who trains harder. The musician with perfect pitch will still be outplayed by the one who practices daily. The entrepreneur with a brilliant idea will still be left behind by the one who executes consistently. In every field, the same truth applies. Effort beats entitlement, and consistency outshines raw ability. Hard work creates resilience. The person who has struggled, failed, and kept going develops something that talent alone can never provide: grit. While the naturally gifted may crumble when faced with difficulty, the hard worker has already built the muscle to endure, to adapt, and to push forward when things get tough. Hard work doesn't just improve skill, it strengthens the mind, builds discipline, and fosters an unshakable belief in one's ability to succeed. Time eventually exposes the difference between those who work and those who coast on talent. In the beginning, the talented may seem to have the advantage, but over time, those who put in the effort will surpass them. Why? Because talent without effort leads to complacency, while effort, even in the absence of initial talent, leads to mastery. The truth is, success is not about who starts with the most natural ability, it's about who refuses to stop working. Hard work is the great equalizer. It closes the gap between potential and achievement, between possibility and reality. And in the long run, it's not the most gifted who win, it's the ones who never quit. Hard work is uncomfortable. It demands effort, sacrifice, and discipline. It pushes you beyond your limits, forces you to do what others won't, and tests your endurance when quitting feels easier. But here's the truth. No matter how difficult the work feels in the moment, it will pass. The soreness fades, the exhaustion disappears, the struggles become memories, but the rewards, they last. Regret, on the other hand, is permanent. It lingers in the back of your mind, whispering, "What if?" It stays with you, reminding you of the moments you could have given more, the chances you didn't take, the dreams you let slip away because the work felt too hard. While the pain of effort fades, the pain of regret only grows stronger over time. Every challenge you push through today builds strength for tomorrow. Every late night, early morning, and extra hour of effort compounds into something greater. Hard work is the price of success, but it's also the foundation of confidence. When you know you've given your best, there is no room for doubt. There is no regret. But when you avoid the struggle, when you take the easy road, when you choose comfort over commitment, you pay a different price. The price of unfulfilled potential. Years from now, you won't remember how tired you were after a long day of work, but you will remember the opportunities you let pass by. So the choice is simple. Endure the temporary pain of discipline, or live with the lasting pain of regret. One will make you stronger, the other will haunt you forever. Success is not built in a day, but it is built daily. Every action you take, every choice you make, every habit you repeat, it's all shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. Your destiny is not determined by luck or by one big decision. It's hidden in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Look at your life right now. Your health, your finances, your relationships, your mindset. Everything is a reflection of the habits you've been practicing. If you want to predict your future, don't look at your dreams, look at your daily routine. Because your future isn't something you suddenly stumble upon one day, it's something you are building brick by brick through the habits you choose to maintain. Success is never about what you intend to do, it's about what you actually do repeatedly. If you consistently eat poorly, don't be surprised by declining health. If you procrastinate every day, don't be shocked when opportunities slip away. If you avoid discomfort, don't expect to grow. Your habits are the seeds you plant today, and your future is the harvest you will reap tomorrow. The good news? You can change your future by changing your habits. Small, disciplined actions lead to massive results over time. Reading for 30 minutes a day compounds into knowledge. Exercising for 20 minutes a day compounds into strength. Investing a little every month compounds into wealth. The key is consistency. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. So, if you want a better future, don't just wish for it, create it. And the way you create it is by mastering the habits that will take you there.